Unit 3 is going to be one of the larger units in regard to the amount of content that we cover. What it's going to tackle are going to be different body systems and how nutrition impacts body systems in disease states. So what we're going to look at is how nutrition can impact those body systems, what type of nutrition recommendations are given when there are disease states in those specific body systems, what types of things should be avoided. And the first system that we're going to talk about, we're going to cover 5 chapters. The first system that we're going to talk about is the cardiovascular system. So we'll talk about some cardiovascular disease, heart disease. We're going to move on and talk about the GI system. Obviously, that nutrition has an impact on all body systems, but it has a really direct impact on the GI system because, obviously everything that you take in is going to go right through your GI system. So it plays a huge role in nutritional health. And we're going to talk about the endocrine system. When we get there, we're specifically going to camp out with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So we're going to talk a lot more about those and the diet's impact on both those types of diabetes. We're going to look also at the pulmonary system and the renal system. Again, looking at disease states of those and nutritional treatments, impacts, means of prevention, things that should be avoided. And so those are going to be 5 chapters that are going to be covered. We're going to have 3 assignments for Unit 3. What makes it a little bit unique is that for one set of the assignments that cover the GI system and the endocrine system, it's going to be grouped together. You're going to have case studies to complete. And there are going to be 2 case studies, one that covers the GI system, one that's going to cover endocrine disease. And some of you might be very familiar with case studies. They might be new to some of you. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at a mock patient scenario. And based on their scenario, based on their symptoms, their treatments, their signs, what they tell you that's going on with them, based on all that information, you're just going to answer some questions about them, possibly formulate some treatment plans, look at some nutritional advice you could give, and just put some practical meaning behind the things that we're learning. So again, there'll be 3 assignments. There'll be an assignment that covers the cardiovascular system. You'll have the 2 case studies for the GI system and the endocrine system. Those are going to be grouped together and due on the same date. And then the pulmonary system and renal system will be grouped together, and you'll have an assignment for those. Just like always, you're going to have a discussion assignment due, and you're also going to have a test, which will be in 2 parts. The test will be timed just like always. So with that, let's get started with learning Unit 3.